Conflict theories in organizational behavior explain why people clash at work. Classical perspective. Early thinkers such as Frederick Taylor saw conflict as a breakdown of the formal rules of the game. They believed that if managers set clear standards and monitor compliance, conflict would disappear like a traffic light that stops accidents. Human relations perspective. Elton Mayo and the Hawthorne studies showed that people are emotional beings. Conflict can arise when workers feel ignored or undervalued, similar to a family where one child never gets to speak. Systems theory. This view treats an organization as a living system. Conflict is a natural signal that some part of the system, for example resources, goals, values, is out of balance. Think of a thermostat. When temperature gets too high, the heater turns off. Conflict tells us something needs adjustment. Social identity theory. Henry Tajfel argued that people classify themselves into groups, for example sales team versus engineering team, and favor their own group. Conflict emerges when groups compete for status or resources, just like rival sports teams fighting for the championship. In all these lenses, conflict is not automatically bad. It can reveal hidden problems, spark creativity, or motivate change if managed well. Organizational conflict can be sorted into four main types, each with its own cause and effect. Interpersonal conflict, a clash inside one person's mind. Example, an accountant who wants to follow the law but also feels pressure to fudge numbers to meet a deadline. The tension is like a tug of war inside a single rope. Interpersonal conflict, a disagreement between two individuals. Example, a manager and a team member disagree about how to allocate a budget. It resembles a disagreement between two siblings over who gets the last slice of pizza. Intergroup conflict, friction between two or more groups or departments. Example, marketing wants a flashy product launch while production worries about delivery schedules. This is similar to two departments in a university, arts versus sciences, competing for limited funding. Interorganizational conflict, conflict that spills over the boundaries of the firm, such as between a supplier and a retailer or between joint venture partners. Imagine two neighboring farmers arguing over water rights. The dispute affects both farms, not just one. Recognizing the level of conflict helps leaders choose the right tools. A personal conversation for interpersonal fights, a cross-functional workshop for intergroup disputes, etc. Explanation. 5 classic ways to deal with conflict are often taught in MBA programs. The table below compares them in a way that looks like an exam answer sheet. Integration, also called collaboration. Goal is win-win. How it works: both parties explore interests, generate options, and agree on a solution that satisfies everyone. When it fits best: complex issues, high stakes, long-term relationships. Pros: builds trust, creative solutions, lasting commitment. Cons: time-consuming, requires skilled facilitation. Accommodation, also called yielding. Goal is to preserve harmony. How it works: one side gives in to the other's wishes. When it fits best: minor issues, power imbalance, when the relationship matters more than the issue. Pros: quick, reduces tension. Cons: may breed resentment, parties feel unheard. Compromise. Goal is to split the difference. How it works: each side gives up something to reach a middle ground. When it fits best, both sides have equal power and the issue is moderately important. Pros: looks fair, fast. Cons: solutions are often suboptimal, may leave both partly unsatisfied. Avoidance. Goal is no immediate outcome. How it works: parties ignore or withdraw from the conflict. When it fits best: trivial issues, when more data is needed or when emotions are too high. Pros: saves energy, can let tempers cool. Cons: problems can re-emerge stronger, signals that the issue is not important. Competition, also called domination. Goal is win-lose. How it works: one party pushes its position using authority or tactics to win. When it fits best: crisis situations, when quick decisive action is needed or when a clear rule exists. Pros: clear outcome, may protect important interests. Cons: damages relationships, can create fear and resistance. Exam-style comparative analysis. An essay question might ask, compare integration and competition as conflict management strategies in a high-tech startup. A good answer would note that integration leverages the startup's need for innovative ideas and long-term teamwork, while competition may be useful when a rapid market decision is required, for example, choosing a single technology platform. The answer should weigh time, relationship impact, and outcome quality, then conclude which is more appropriate for the given scenario. The free rider problem occurs when a person enjoys a benefit that is provided to everyone. but does not help to pay for it. In economics, this is called a public good. A good that is non-excludable, you cannot stop anyone from using it, and non-rival, one person's use does not reduce another's. In organizations, the classic example is a knowledge-sharing platform. Everyone can read the shared report, but a few employees may never contribute their own data. Why it matters? If too many employees hold back, the platform becomes empty, the firm loses the advantage of collective insight, and morale drops because contributors feel the load is unfair. It's like a potluck dinner where everyone shows up hungry, but only a few bring dishes, the meal quickly runs out. Implications: free riding can lead to underinvestment in research and development, lower team cohesion, and higher turnover of high performers. Managers must design structures that make contributions visible and link them to rewards, or turn the public good into a club good, where access can be limited, to discourage free riding. Nash equilibrium - each player chooses a strategy that is best given what others do. For a simple two-person contribution game, let C sub I be the effort, 0 equals no effort, 1 equals full effort. The payoff for player I can be written as pi equals b times C1 plus C2 minus C times C sub I, where b is the benefit per unit of total effort shared by both and C is the private cost of effort. If b is less than C, the Nash equilibrium is C1 equals 0, C2 equals 0, both free ride. Only when b is greater than C do we get 1 as equilibrium. Prisoner's dilemma - shows the tension between individual rationality and group welfare. R, R equals 3, 3, S, T equals 0, 5, T, S equals 5, 0, P, P equals 1, 1. Here, cooperate means contributing effort, defect means free riding. The dominant strategy is defect, leading to 1, 1 low payoff for both, even though 3, 3 is better. Collective action threshold - many public good projects need a minimum total contribution T to be worthwhile. Let X sub I be each member's contribution, and the sum of Xi from I equals 1 to N is greater than or equal to T to succeed. If individuals expect others to meet the threshold, they may contribute 0, risking project failure. This creates a coordination problem that can be visualized with a step function. The project payoff jumps from 0 to V once the threshold is reached. These models highlight that without mechanisms to change incentives or improve information, rational actors will often choose to free ride. Managers can change the payoff structure so that contributing becomes the smarter choice. Reward systems link bonuses, promotions, or recognition directly to measurable contributions. Example: a sales team where each person's commission includes a team bonus proportional to the total sales of the group. This adds a positive term alpha sum of C sub j to each individual's payoff, making B plus alpha larger than the cost C. Tournament theory: employees compete for a prize, for example a promotion based on relative performance. The payoff for rank R can be expressed as pi sub I equals V divided by R sub I minus C times C sub I. Even though the prize is exclusive, the competition can push all participants to exert effort, reducing free riding. However, excessively steep tournaments can create sabotage. Share-based pay, equity, or stock options gives workers a stake in the firm's overall success. If the firm's value V grows with total effort E, which equals sum of C sub I, a share of V creates a direct link. Pi sub I equals S sub I times V of E minus C times C sub I. Because every employee's share rises when the collective effort rises, the incentive to free ride is reduced. Each solution changes the game's payoff matrix, moving the Nash equilibrium from no one contributes toward everyone contributes. The choice among them depends on firm size, task interdependence, and cultural norms. Explanation: diagnosing conflict and free riding needs both qualitative and quantitative tools. Number 1, surveys - use Likert scale items such as I feel my ideas are valued or my coworkers often rely on my work without contributing. Responses can be aggregated into conflict intensity scores. For example, average greater than 3.5 on a 5-point scale indicates high conflict. Number 2, social network analysis SN a - map who talks to whom and who shares information. Metrics like degree centrality show who is a hub, potential free rider if high inbound ties but low outbound contribution. Structural holes indicate gaps where conflict may arise because groups are not linked. Number 3, cost-benefit calculations - quantify the monetary impact of conflict. For example, calculate lost productivity equals hours of meeting times, average hourly wage plus error correction cost. For free riding, compute the coverage ratio. Coverage equals actual contributions divided by required contributions. A ratio below 1 signals a shortfall. Number 4, observation and incident logs. Keep a record of conflict episodes, date, parties, trigger, outcome. Trend analysis. For example, rising number of incidents per quarter alerts managers early. Combining these methods gives a full picture. Surveys capture perception, SNA reveals hidden interaction patterns, and cost-benefit analysis translates findings into dollars, helping leaders decide which remedy to apply. Question 1 short answer 10 points. Define the free rider problem in an organization and give one real-world example. The free rider problem occurs when individuals enjoy a benefit that is provided to all but do not bear a fair share of its cost. Example: in a consulting firm, a shared knowledge database is populated by a few consultants, while others download the reports without ever adding their own findings, thus free riding on the collective effort. Question 2 essay 25 points. Compare and contrast the integration and competition conflict management strategies. When would each be most appropriate in a multinational corporation? Define integration. Collaboration seeks win-win, involves joint problem-solving, high-time investment, builds trust. Define competition. Win-lose uses authority or power, quick decision may damage relationships. Compare on dimensions: goal, process, time, relationship impact, suitability for high-stakes versus routine issues. Integration is best for cross-cultural product development where diverse expertise is needed and long-term cooperation matters. Competition is suitable in crisis situations, for example, legal compliance breach, where a decisive top-down decision is required. Conclude with recommendation that managers should start with integration and shift to competition only when stakes demand speed and authority. Question 3 problem solving 30 points. Consider a two-person public good game where each can contribute 0 or 1 unit. Benefit per unit of total contribution is B equals 4, cost of contribution is C equals 3. Part A, write the payoff matrix. Part B, identify the Nash equilibria. Part C, suggest one incentive mechanism that would move the equilibrium to full contribution and explain why it works. Part A, payoff matrix. U0 partner 0 gives 0 0, U0 partner 1 gives 4 1, U1 partner 0 gives 1 4, U1 partner 1 gives 5 5. Recall payoff equals B times total contribution minus C times your contribution. Part B, best response analysis shows that for each player, choosing C0 yields a higher payoff irrespective of the other's action. 0 versus 1 when partner contributes 0, 4 versus 5 when partner contributes 1. Hence the unique Nash equilibrium is C0, C0, both free ride. Part C, introduce a team bonus of 2 units paid to each player if total contribution equals 2. New payoff when both contribute is 5 plus 2 equals 7, which is greater than 5, making 1-1 now a best response. The incentive raises the effective benefit B to 6, which is greater than C equals